Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. Have I got a great video for you? And it should be even greater because I already filmed it once and then I was stuck on the wrong screen and didn't notice it. So I had to refilm it. So with that being said, it's going to be a great video today. We're going to talk a little bit about the newest story to convince you to stay away from gold. We're going to talk a little bit about the timing on the last story, which was the asteroid, and now the newest story where we can just make this stuff out of thin air, gold. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, you heard me right. It's hard to say it with a straight face that now we can just metabolize gold out of thin air. We're going to get to that story in just a minute. If you enjoyed today's video, take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, help me out, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this video. And let's take a quick look over a special thank you to all of our members of the channel. We will be doing our live stream this evening for a 1 ounce silver spider. I'll take a look here. We'll hop over. And this time I will remember to change the screen. See, I changed the screen to this to show this. And then, ironically, I didn't change it back for you guys. So I made the whole video just showing that spider while I was talking. And that's not cool because when you see how funny this story is, you're going to crack up laughing probably. So let's jump back over. Great opportunity right now, like I said, to become a member. It's only $1.99. We got a lot of cool prizes this month. That spider is this week. That is not our main event tonight. That is just an extra 1 ounce because we had a bunch of them come in and I thought it would be cool to give one away. Extra entries will be in there for the people that hit some NIFCs, got some extra entries. And like I said, it's only $1.99 to become a member, so it's worth hitting that join button below and taking a stab at it. And you can cancel at any time anyway. So right off the bat, I normally would show you guys the silver price. I'd show you guys the gold price. Not really much point in that right now because it's not moving. So we're just going to jump right in. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts, and let's jump in. So right off the bat, the first story that I want to talk about is the old story. The 100 quadrillion in high concentration of metals, gold, iron, nickel. I'm sure there's a lot of iron up there since most meteors are made out of iron. But hey, let's put a little gold. There's a chance that there is some gold in one of them asteroids too. So we'll just stick that in there along with maybe a little nickel, whatever the case may be, and convince you that gold is not really good asset or a good purchase because there's so much of it up there, and pretty soon we're just going to be flying to space and mining it. It's ridiculous. What I found most interesting is the timing on this story when it came out. So the story kind of launched at the beginning of last year, right around April. It was really popular. Now, looking at the gold price real quick, we've got the gold price here. This is a 5-year chart right here that we're looking at. We'll come in here April 24th. We'll just say April though. Boom. So middle of April, roughly, beginning of April. Gold was sitting on roughly $2,300. That story broke. And they made it sound like people were buying gold at an all-time high. It was going to plunge. $2,300. You were a fool because pretty soon we're going to space and we're going to mine it. And how much of that is really going to come out? A lot of people knew gold was going to keep going up, but there was people, I believe, that believed that story and couldn't really think for themselves, and so they ended up selling their gold, maybe got rid of it, maybe thought they'd buy it back down under $2,000, and we've been going up ever since. And now we've got more interesting stories that are coming out to convince you otherwise. Kind of like China just discovered the world's largest gold deposit, potentially containing over 1,000 metric tons of gold. With, in my opinion, the key word being potentially. I potentially could go to outer space. I could potentially, but it's probably not likely. I could potentially win the lottery. You could too. We both could. We could end up splitting the jackpot. but it's highly unlikely. The fact that they're making it sound like, oh, China's got this new technology, they're finding all this gold, don't invest in it. Here's the thing. With the mining, we knew it cost too much to go to outer space to mine it. With this, is this possible? Well, now a lot of people are questioning the authenticity of these stories. That, because a lot of people don't trust China. China's been buying gold for a while. They don't want to see. They've already been. Look what happened a while back. They made it sound like China was done buying gold. I can't remember how long ago it was, probably a year ago or whatever. They said China's done buying gold. The world's largest gold buyer ceases buying gold and gold plunges. What did they do? They let it drop a couple $100 and then they went in the market and just bought it all back up pretty much instantly. And ever since then, gold has been going up. But now we need new stories. We need something new to come out. And what better thing than something that would be really hard now to find an argument, except for its total BS, in my opinion. We discovered a fungus capable of metabolizing gold. Some already want to make them the key to space mining. But as you read the story, you don't even have to go to space. This stuff's already in Australia, the country with pretty much the largest gold deposits. Maybe it's just this fungus in Australia. If you guys are subscribers of the channel and you're in Australia, you could probably go out and find some of this fungus and just start growing gold in your backyard. If you believe this story, this stuff's total nonsense. It really is. And oh my word, I just realized the story was published in April of 2025. Why do all the BS stories come out in April? I wonder why. If that's just coincidence or if they know we're about ready to see another big jump in the price of gold. It's total nonsense to me. And people will eat this up. Obviously it's in their best interest to keep the price of gold down, because as it goes up, more and more people will be attracted to it. More and more people will want to buy into it. More and more people will put their money into gold and then other precious metals. And essentially they're not holding the fiat currencies. They're not sitting there putting their money in the bank. They're spending it. And this ain't just this. The stories on this, it's all over the internet now. So, it just really cracks me up that people believe this. What is this? Oh, for a second, I thought this was one too. I was like, what? Bacteria, maybe? I was like, is this going to be a bacteria that turns trash into gold? That would be even more comical. I literally can't believe the stories that they promote with the nonsense. So real quick, I also want to take a quick minute since we're on the gold topic, and I had gotten a comment the other day about the gold silver ratio in my previous video, and no one in their right mind would trade 100 ounces of silver essentially, or 95 or 98 or whatever to 1 ounce of gold. Why would anybody do that? So real quick, I want to talk about that real quick. And right off the bat, I'm going to pull up a calculator. Boom. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys, 3327 divided by 3254, 32.54 equals, we got 102 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. Right off the bat, here's what I want you to think about. If you're a coin shop, you sell both gold and silver. Does it matter if you trade someone some gold for some silver? No. Instead of you making the money off of the silver, you're going to make the money off the gold when you go to sell it, the premium. However, they're also probably going to charge you essentially a fee. So in this case, if you're getting 102 ounces of silver, 102.25 ounces of silver, let's just say you pay a 4%. Now I'm picking 4% because one YouTuber came out and said his coin shop was allowing people to do it, and they're charging a 4 or 5% fee. A 4 or 5% fee essentially is going to probably be 4 or 5 ounces of silver. But, let's see here. We'll do it in dollars actually in a second. But even if you multiply this times 0.9. We'll say 6. 6 will give the 4%. If they give you 98 ounces, look at what they're keeping. They're making 4 ounces of silver. Let's just say they want to be on the safe side and they tell you, we'll give you 97, maybe even 96. Who's going to say no to that? I mean, a lot of people that are pro-gold would say no to that. But if you already want to, I mean, you're not going to see 98, 97. We probably won't see this again for a while once this once it breaks down. I don't think we'll see it again. Why? Like we said in the video yesterday, we've only seen over 100 3 times. And one time it went all the way up to 125, only to plunge almost instantly to 80. Now, that would have been an awesome opportunity to buy silver at 125 to 1 ratio, and then all of a sudden when it went down to 80, you traded in for gold. Now, I don't think 80 is going to be the low. I think it will probably even go lower than that, but we don't know if the gold-silver ratio will continue to go up. But here's the thing. If you're not selling, if you are literally determined to hold for a while, like me, then does it matter? Real quick, I want to do this too for you guys. 33.27. Since a lot of people might not want to sell gold for silver, might not want to buy, they want to trade it for obviously different, I'll say, tax purposes. They don't want to end up selling. So they trade. But even if they just take a 4%, we'll say, times 0.98. Actually, you know what? I should actually do that backwards. We'll go 0.02, 04. I mean, the coin shop already is going to make $133 off of the trade. And then here's the thing. They make the 133. They're not going to sell the gold for 33.27, especially if you're giving up something good like a gold eagle. They're going to tack on another 40 or 50 bucks onto that. So if they make 133 off of the trade, they're now sitting on the gold coin. Then they sell it for 50 bucks over spot. They're going to make almost 200 bucks off that trade. That's a pretty sweet deal. They're going to take that money. They're going to order more coins. If more people want to come in and trade, you might even find someone, that wants to trade silver for gold. It's unlikely right now because the people that follow that it seems like they're more silver stacking. But who knows? We'll see how that plays out amongst each individual person. If you guys want to comment that, I'd be curious. But, I mean, I've done the comments already before. 50%, 55% of the people prefer gold right now, which means there are people that will buy gold despite what the gold-silver ratio is. So there's opportunity there. That's going to be it for today's video. It's kind of going to be a short video, and a lot of that is because we're going to be going live tonight. We're going to be running this wheel tonight. I don't think I'm going to pick the last name. I think I'm only going to pick the winning name tonight, which will be a little different. We haven't done that like that before, and I usually pick the last name because then you get to see your name come off it. However, with all the entries, I might go the other way and just pick the winner tonight. I'll shuffle them up, and then one person hits it. This is a random wheel picker. For those of you that don't know, I'm on the fence of doing a practice spin right now. I still got to go through this list, cancel some names that people's memberships had expired or they didn't renew it, and then I need to add some members that are new members. In fact, you might be a new member tomorrow, so I'll have to get your name added in there. A couple people upgraded their membership so they can get extra entries. If you are a $1.99 member, it's only $1.99, and you get an entry into every special event while you're a member. If you're a super member, you get 2 entries. If you're an obsessed member, you get 3 entries. So there's extra perks in there for different levels. Sometimes there's better prizes for different levels. Sometimes there's more prizes for upper members. But no matter what, just being even the basic member, it's still an awesome and well worth it. You get your comments sent right to my phone, which is pretty cool. And then on top of that, it's only $1.99. If you're on an iPhone, though, it's a little more trickier. You actually have to go online on your web browser and go to youtube.com and then go to T-Square Talk, and then you'll see the little join button below right next to where it would say subscribe. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this insanity of a fungus. I mean, think about that, a fungus. We could all just be growing gold in our backyard pretty soon. It's pretty comical. So the stories that they're going to come up with to convince you that gold and silver is bad. Because if they come out and they try to say something like you need to turn it in or we don't want you buying it, nowadays people will all of a sudden want to do it. There's a lot of people out there that have issues and just are not going to really listen. I hate to say that like that. I'm trying to figure out what that. Oh, I see what it is. I was sitting here rubbing my screen trying to figure out what this is stuck to my screen, this little dot, and then all of a sudden it just clicked. I thought there was like a pixel that was broken right here. It was driving me nuts. As I'm shaking my screen, wiping it. With that being said, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.